Okay, welcome back to the ICT course. This video is going to be probably one of the most important that you can watch in the course. As long as you get all the other concepts, basic understanding of them, then this video will definitely help you become profitable. It's going to be on all the basics you need to know about 3 of the most popular and powerful ICT strategies. So definitely watch to the end, learn all of them, see if you want to choose one, whatever you want to do. But before I teach from my perspective, I'm going to give credit to ICT again for all of these concepts that he's taught about. So if you do want a deeper understanding of raw ICT content, then definitely check out his channel. He'll have videos on all of these strategies if you want more in-depth guide. So just giving a brief overview, first of all, there are other strategies and setups that ICT teaches, so definitely check them out on his channel. These are just 3 that I like and are the most popular. But the 3 strategies that I will be going over then in this video are the Judas Swing, the Silver Bullet, and the Power of 3. So first up, the Judas Swing. The timings for this strategy is from midnight to 5 AM New York time, so make sure to change that if you're not in New York time. And what you're looking for during this time period is an energetic price swing that runs stops, so taking out liquidity. And when you have a higher time frame bias, you should be looking for the Judas Swing in the opposite direction. So for example, if you have a bullish bias, then you would look for a sweep of sell side liquidity with an energetic bearish move, so then the opposite for a bearish bias. A few things that you might want to mark up then would be the Asian range high and low from 8 PM to midnight New York time again, as well as the New York open price, because sometimes price will react from that. So then just for example, a possible entry that you could take would be a liquidity sweep during this time period, followed by a market structure shift. That's just one example, but if you already have an entry model, go for it. So just a couple of examples then. The example on the left had a clear energetic move up, which took out the Asian high, and there was also some key liquidity you can't see in this picture here, but there was some key liquidity that got taken out. And then once both of those liquidity pools have been taken out, price shot down, you can see straight bearish candle after bearish candle. And then the second example on the right only just sweeps liquidity, the Asian lows in this case as well, before pushing up for the day. So you get a nice sweep in the time period, and then price pushes up. So either on this time frame you could enter aggressive, or you could look for low time frame confirmation, maybe a market structure shift, FEG, whatever you want. But that's the Judas Swing strategy. Okay, sorry to interrupt, but I'll try and make it quick and useful. I've started a premium Discord group if you do want to accelerate your trading journey, and I've got a few different options that, depending on where you are in that journey, you can take. So firstly, I've got a monthly mentorship where I do weekly calls, give you my trading setups, as well as support from me and a strong community of determined traders for just $5 a month. I've also got a complete SMC course with everything that you need to know in one place, as well as the strategies that I trade on a funded accounts with proven results. And also comes with a free 30-minute meeting to accelerate your trading journey and fix any issues you have. And then finally, if you want a more personal approach, then I have a few spots for one-to-one mentorship with monthly or more regular calls and unlimited, pretty much 24/7 access to me. Any questions you have, just send them my way, as well as a tailored learning path that I will create for you to get you profitable. So thank you for listening to that. Definitely check out if you're interested in any of those options, and let's get back to the video. So then onto the Silver Bullet. The times that you can choose between here are 3 to 4 AM EST. That's Eastern Standard Time, same as New York time. So that's going to be the London session. Then 10 AM to 11 AM for the New York AM session, so the New York morning session. And then 2 PM to 3 PM for the New York PM session. Again, all times in EST, so make sure to note that. And so I'd advise you to just pick one that is convenient for you, depending on where your time zone is, whichever period you can trade comfortably. So ideally choose one and try and master it. You'll begin to learn how price moves during that time, and you'll be able to see the market in a bit of a different way. So then the checklist that you could use for this strategy would be, first of all, wait for a liquidity sweep, and then look for displacement. Ideally, there will be a market structure shift with this displacement. You can decide on the rule for that, whether you want to wait for a market structure shift or just enter aggressive from displacement. And then what you're going to want to do is enter from the FEG, the fair value gap, and target any opposing liquidity. So then for your stop loss, you should put it above or below the liquidity sweep or the recent high or low. You can also put it above or below the FEG, but that can be a bit risky. So I'd stick with just a recent high or low for now, especially when you're starting out. So here's an example of a trade that I did take on E-mini S&P 500 futures. And as you can see, there was a liquidity sweep of a recent high. That was followed by a market structure shift with displacement. You can see clear displacement, 3 big bearish candles down, left some imbalance, fair value gap. And then I just simply entered from the FEG, took some profits after 5 handles, and then the rest at the opposing liquidity. But that's it for the Silver Bullet strategy. Then onto the Power of 3. It involves 3 phases: consolidation, where price ranges; manipulation, which is the fake move that takes out liquidity; and then finally expansion, which is the real move, which you're going to want to catch. This is also called AMD, which stands for accumulation, manipulation, and distribution. And something else to note is that price is fractal, and so the strategy can be used on all time frames. You can use it on the weekly time frame or the 5-minute. You'll still see the same setup, and you won't be able to tell what time frame you're on if someone showed you a photo. So keep that in mind. Price action is fractal. And then hopefully this little diagram helps you visualize the setup, what you'll be looking for in the charts. So you can see the accumulation phase, just the range. Then manipulation takes out liquidity, sells out liquidity in this case, takes out liquidity in the range, and then distribution, price pushes up in however it wants. And you can try and get an entry in the manipulation, look for market structure shift, displacement, that classic entry model, or you can wait for price to break up. You can see here, you've got your swing high here, price pushes down, wait for a break of that, and then try and get in on a pullback. So maybe that was an FVG, something here, break a block, wherever your entry is, you can try and get in on this re-entry here before taking price back up. So something else to note is that the strategy originates from a single candle analysis. This is how ICT taught it. So for example, for a bullish candle, the manipulation goes from the open to the low after a small consolidation phase. So before you get the wick down, there will be some kind of range, some kind of consolidation. Then you get the manipulation, which is from open to low, the wick there. And then the body of the candle is the expansion, the real move, and most of the trading volume happens in that body. And so one way you can use this is by considering a daily candle, and then you can either look for longs below the daily open if your bias is bullish, or you can look for shorts above the daily open if your bias is bearish. So that's something that ICT teaches, using daily open price and then looking for longs below it or shorts above it, depending on your bias as always. But that's going to be it for the video on the 3 strategies. Hopefully you learned something. If not, maybe watch it again, and if not still, maybe check out ICT's content, because as always, there's a lot of good stuff there. So yeah, check that out. But thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one on the optimal trade entry.